how to manage your live chat and comment options using the YouTube community settings in YouTube Studio. Let's get straight into it. What are community settings? Community settings within YouTube Studio are very specific rules that allow you to give others access to manage comments during your live streams, on your standard videos, and anywhere else a user may comment. It also allows you to approve and block users, as well as a host of other things that I'll cover throughout the video. This is not to be confused with the Community tab. The Community tab allows you to post like a social media platform, and whilst the settings we cover in this video do apply to the Community tab, this video covers the comment settings that YouTube actually call community settings. I know, genius, right? Well done, YouTube. So why do we want to use community settings? Imagine that you are going live for the very first time. It's a brand new thing. You're likely to be feeling a little anxious, not entirely sure what to expect, and you're looking at screens that you're not used to, maybe OBS or Streamlabs. The last thing you want is to have a rude or spammy person in the chat that you personally need to deal with. With community settings, you can ask trusted people to join the chat and moderate on your behalf, so you can concentrate on what's important during your live stream. And if you're a small channel just getting started, it's likely you won't have any help, so it's all down to you. By setting the community settings correctly, you can minimize the chances of having any issues. Also, as your channel grows, you'll receive lots of comments and interactions on standard videos, community posts, and live streams. It's likely that you will want some help to manage the chat and comments regularly. This is all done with the community settings. One thing to note before we jump over to the computer: if you have given a user permissions, like I described in the previous video of this playlist, there's a link in the description below for you, then they already have permissions to moderate comments. The community settings are only for people you do not want to have access to your YouTube Studio. So if you want a person to moderate your channel's comments, but not upload videos or edit existing videos, then what we're about to explain is exactly what you need. Let's jump over to the computer. So first of all, click onto your icon and then onto YouTube Studio. Come down to Settings and then click onto the Community tab. This is where you can set all of your community settings and ask other people to help you on your channel. On the automated filters, you first of all got the moderators box. This is where you would add people to moderate on your behalf so they can review anything that's held for comment or moderate your live stream messages. Moving down, you've got approved users. These are people that will never have their comment held for review. YouTube won't filter or block any comments from these users. The third box is hidden users. Anyone that you put here effectively are blocked. They can still view your videos, but they won't be able to comment or chat during your live streams. If we scroll down slightly, you then have live redirects. The live redirects box is for any channels that want to direct their user base, their audience, to your channel during a live stream. Underneath that, you've got your blocked words. If you add any blocked words into this list, the comment will not appear in your chat. Lastly, right at the bottom, you've got block links. Now, I would recommend that you tick this box because that means anybody trying to spam their links or their content won't actually appear as a hyperlink. And don't worry, because anybody in the moderators list or that you've given full permissions to will not have their links blocked. So that means you can provide your links to your user base, but other people cannot do the same thing. If we head over to the default tab, you have the settings for how people can comment on your channel. I would recommend for most to hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. I would also recommend for your live chat messages to tick this box and hold those potentially inappropriate chat messages when you're live for review as well. It's entirely up to you how you apply these on your channel. You may prefer different settings, and that's absolutely fine. But generally speaking, holding potentially inappropriate comments for review will mean you don't get spammed, and it will filter out anything that you don't really want during your videos or your live streams. And I'll save that to apply that to my channel. If you have any comments that held for review, they will appear in the comment section here under held for review. As you can see, I've got none at the moment, but this is where they would appear, and they get removed after 60 days if you do not either approve or decline their message. But generally speaking, most messages will go through onto published, so you'll spend most of your time looking at comments on your videos just around here. And that actually comes to the end of the full tutorial on how to set up your channel correctly. If you've followed through with the playlist, then you've completed every single action you can to set up your channel correctly on YouTube. The only thing you've got to do now is get creating videos. As you know, I have a video editing channel which will help you out with all your video editing needs, and also a YouTube growth channel that will help you with tips and tricks on how to grow on YouTube. I'll link both of those in the description below, and I wish you all the best on your channel.